Hey guys, back again for another video. This one's a bit of a sort of, like I said in the title, a rant sort of discussion kind of thing. I got some dislikes and some likes, some positives, some sort of negatives about Forza. And we'll get into it, I suppose. Before I start, actually, I just want to clarify something. I've probably mentioned it before, but the reason I test online by myself in a private lobby is because it's just more realistic. It gives you more realistic ideas of what your time's going to be online. It's easier to know if the tune's decent or not instead of testing it in the open bit on the test track where you've got really no idea if you're getting good times or not. You're making money while you're doing it that way, and it's just more realistic. I think it's just a better way to go. But anyway, I'll get on to this whole video, what it's all about. I'll start with the dislikes first. Pretty much the servers are really pissing me off. I'm sick and tired of being kicked out of games for inactivity when I'm like one of the first guys to push the damn button. Then you sit around for a minute just to be kicked out for inactivity. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. And it's just an ongoing problem constantly, and it's a pain in the frickin' ass. Second of all, Aussie cars. I know most people don't really even give a rat's about that, but to me, it's a little bit of a pain. They sort of tease us with 3 or 4 cars, and that's it. We get nothing from then on, and it's a little disappointing. It's not really a negative, I suppose. It's more of a just one of my little pet sort of wants, I guess, in the game. But also another thing is the lack of any sort of real leaderboards for the drags. Now, I understand why they do this. They most likely do it because what used to happen is everyone would just get online and go straight to the leaderboards to see what was the quickest car, and then from there everyone would be using the same car. No one would experiment, no one would use anything different. It would just constantly be the same cars on the track all the time because people would look at the leaderboards, realise that's the fastest car in that class, and go and buy one. So I understand why they did it, but it's a little disappointing to have no way to record your best times and sort of, share your best. I know you can record your gameplay and share it with people, but it's not the same thing. A lack of tracks in the game. I mean, there are plenty of tracks in the game, don't get me wrong, but the absence of tracks that have been in the game for a long time, that haven't been around for a bit lately, like Mugello, Sunset Peninsula, Maple Valley, Fujimi Kaido. These are just to name a few. Where are all these tracks? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Cars is another issue. There used to be more cars in the game. They're going backwards instead of going forwards. Yes, they're adding more than they had in Forza 5, but it's still not as many as we had in previous Forza Motorsport games. The auction house. Where the hell is an auction house? The reason Forza Motorsport is what it is today is because of the community that it had. It had this community thing where it really felt like just a social game. They had all these different things you could do. You had a storefront to share your tunes and sell your tunes and your paint jobs. You had an auction house to sell cars and buy cars for people and be able to make money. It was an excellent system, and I don't understand why they would get rid of it. It's like just laziness, like it's just too hard. It's the storefront and the auction house is what made Forza, and they just throw it away like it's a piece of shit. Extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. I love the auction house. It's really, really entertaining to me. I really like it. Anyway, from there we'll move on to night racing and also the rain racing. Now, it's excellent that they put these in the game. I think they're a great addition to Forza. However, I really think if they spent more time on things like the auction house and the storefront and less time walking around the frickin' tracks mapping puddles and shit, it would have been a lot better game. I don't give a fuck where the puddles are. I couldn't give a rat's ass. I want a fucking auction house. I want to be able to sell my cars. I want to be able to give my friends money. I want to be able to give my friends cars. I want to be able to sell my cars online, my tunes, sell my paint jobs for more than 500 damn credits. This is ridiculous, Instead we get puddles and 3-dimensional puddles. No one gives a fuck. They don't. It's an absolute joke. And then you only get puddles, and rain and night racing on certain tracks. No drag racing. It'll be called a drag race in the rain or at night or some shit like that, And I know it's not realistic to have the rain on every track because some tracks geographically wouldn't happen. That's all bullshit. You wouldn't put a fucking V8 in a VW either, would you? So fuck that shit. Give us rain on every track. Give us fucking night on every track. More cars. More tracks. an auction house, a storefront, fix the damn servers up, more Australian cars, and I'm good to go. Other than that, we'll get to the likes now. Now, I think Forza is, after saying all that, it is the best car game ever created. The way the cars handle, the look of the cars on the track, the replays, the amount of races you can do, the online interactivity with each other is just, it's second to none. It's an excellent game, and it's a little disappointing with the dislikes that I sort of brought up. However, I still enjoy the game. I still think the physics of the game are excellent. I can't say enough good things about the game. However, the bad things about the game that I've put out there still exist, and they still do hinder my overall feeling of the game, but I would never sort of stray from it. It's always going to be a good game, and I'll always play it. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. I think I've mentioned everything. So I'll leave it there, like I said, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Take it easy.